Hello my friend and welcome back. Today we're finally going to be doing it. We're going to be unlocking 2 new divines. I won't be hatching both of them immediately, but I've got 2,400 plus holy talismans, which is of course enough to buy Longwang and Freyr, which are the 2 dragons that are required for the Freyr collection. So after we get Fjord, we'll have all of the stuff that we need for her. So, without further ado, let's get my favourite, the main dragon I've been simping for this event, which is, of course, Mr. Longwang. Because, wonderful name, lovely design. He did have a very plain design at first, but there he is, dragon complete! Ah, such a snaky boy. Love it. So we get him, and of course we're also going to get rewards from the milestone rewards and the shrine in general. I've already got Carnival, so I don't need her. We get gems, VIP, relics, tickets. The main one that I wanted, which is of course Mr. Greyhorn, who now has his arms back, so we also get him as well. We get some more decorations, which, you know, cool, but that's the first lot. Of course, the second dragon we're going to be getting, like I said, is Freyr, who is another 1,200. So, let's go and buy him too. So, he is a very pretty looking dragon, and his baby form is really cute as well. But mainly, Freyr is good for AoE, for any people that want AoE in the dungeon. So, a lot of people have been taking Freyr to help their dungeon out. But we'll claim him, and again, we'll be getting more rewards. So, double egg relic, food, gems. I don't know why it keeps sort of stopping every single time I click claim, but you know, we'll work with it for now. VIP, more relics. Game, can you stop exploding? Lovely. So I'm basically out of talismans now, and the only other dragon I care about is Frigg, which means we need another 800, which should be doable in a week. So we'll be on the road to that. So now the only other real quest is going for Bone and the Frigg dragon, like I said, so we need to get to 3.4k, which I think is doable this week. But without further ado, I will throw one of these eggs into our hatchery in the form of Mr. Longwang. The reason I'm not going to throw 2 in there is because we do have a castle event later today, and I also have another dragon to take out of breeding, which is the Empress, because yes, I did manage to breed the Empress on day 1, so we got a lot of dragons coming out. We got a lot of dragons. On top of this, I do also have Chang to hatch today, so it's just Divine Central at the moment in DML. This is Chang, or Changhua if you would like, who is a Divine, Shadow and Energy dragon, and you know, she's been available before a long time ago. She's finally come back again, and I finally have her this time. But, you know, Shadow, not too good these days. Energy can be useful, but not as useful as, say, Light or Fire in the dungeon. So Chang's in a bit of a weird spot at the moment. But anyway, the lovely and serene Chang dragon usually lives on the moon, but can be coaxed to Earth with the promise of its favourite pastries, courtesy of its special friend, the Ho-Yi dragon. Yeah, I think Ho-Yi takes it a little bit more seriously than friends, but sure, we'll take that for now. And you know, lots of people love little baby Chang. You know, she's just covered in full pink. She's got her little sash on and everything. You know, I can understand somewhat of the appeal. I'm not a massive fan of Chang, but again, she's an okay dragon. She used to be a lot stronger back when years ago, when the old meta just used to be high damage, because Chang has one of the highest damage stats of like the normal divines, but one of the lowest health stats, because, you know, Shadow plus Energy on a dragon boosts your base attack, but it reduces your HP by a lot. So she's a very glass cannon dragon, and that means that in the dungeon it's not really that good, because, you know, enemies will just decimate you, especially if there's lots of DOT, like Plant and Shadow, things like that. But a lot of DCP to add to our collection, another Divine, and, you know, buying all of these dragons helps us with the current milestone shrine stuff, So I'm happy to get another divine added to our islands. But like I said, the reason that I don't want to throw anything else in this hatchery right now is because we do have castle event coming in just a couple of hours. So, well, 3 hours over. But, you know, you don't want to fill up all of your hatchery while that's going on. So I'm going to be pushing it by only leaving 2 slots. Think we should be okay, but they will be out in 2 days and 4 days respectively. So I'm not going to breed anything right now. Or if I was going to, I could go for like harpy breedings just to help with the Dragon Master Pass. But I guess we'll go and get some of our Dragon Master Pass rewards too. Because, you know, we've got a Forest Warrior, which we won't get because I'm not going to buy the Premium Pass section. But, you know, I haven't really spoken about this Dragon Master Pass because it's kind of disappointing. We do have chests back in here again, but they've reduced the amount of gems again. So it seems to be getting continuously nerfed in terms of gems, which is not fun. But, you know, in terms of dragons to breed, of course we've got the Empress, which I did do a video on a few days ago. You know, the combos that you can use, there's a few of them. Kitsune being one of the main dragons, Orange as well, I believe is one of the good combos. So you've got lots of options of things to go for, but you don't want to really be breeding for the Dragon of the Month during the castle event. It's really not a good idea. So that's why I wanted to get my Empress out of the way, and then we don't have to worry about it for the rest of the month. In terms of boss challenge, I only completed 2 rounds because I have been way too distracted with Pokemon Snap and a bit of Returnal. But, you know, just grinding the dungeon has been more than enough to get all of the things that we need. You know, I've been getting... The last few sets of chests I've been opening have actually been pretty as in I haven't really gotten any 50s for a while. The 10s have been kind of iffy. I've been getting lots of 1s. I mean, this hasn't been too bad so far, but the chests I opened earlier from the dungeon were kind of meh. But, you know, there we go, more times 1s. Ew! Oh, and we're gonna get a duplicate river in a second. That's cool as well. But, you know, 1 more week of dungeon grind. I need under 700 more talismans, and then we'll be done with this whole event. But, you know, grind, 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 get a good dungeon team ready if you have the resources and everything you need available. If you don't have those things available, well, that's kind of tough luck, really. I might just do some arena fights while I'm here because I don't have this arena rotation dragon. I might not be able to get the dragon because sometimes people just spend so many gems getting the arena dragon. But at the same time, even if you're not going for super long, say, grind sessions in the arena, you can still... Oh no, he's been frightened, damn it. But anyway, yeah, in the arena you can at least try and collect more arena gems by getting win streaks, and that'll help you out. So there's also another thing that you should really be grinding all the time. When you've got arena energy, at least try and get up to a win streak so that you can get the arena gem. You collect those over time, and then you can spend them all at once. You know? Sounds good. Also, this team was insane. Frosk, Oya, and Lisk. So many exceptions. I wonder if we'll get another exception next time. Because the only reason we got an exception during the last Ancient event stuff was because, obviously, we just gotten our dungeon team ready to grind that. But it does appear like the game is going in a more dungeon-orientated approach. So, you know, the Ancient events, we had to rely on dungeon grind. This Divine Fest has mostly come down to dungeon grinding. So it seems like they're really trying to push the dungeon bit for grind. Maybe that'll change after Divine Fest. But overall, I think this event, in terms of the rewards it gives, has actually been better than I thought it was going to be. Because honestly, when I heard that it was going to be 4 weeks of dungeon grind, I thought it was going to be 4 weeks of dungeon grind and you'll probably just about be able to get 1.5 dragons. But it's actually not like that at all. I don't know if that was intentional on Gameloft's part, but you know, the amount of gems I've spent overall has probably been about, I don't know, about 300, I think. And if that's 300 gems for 4 divines, mainly just, you know, trying out the dungeon grinding, because I like to do a lot of testing when I play. But if that's going to get you 4, well, technically 5 to 6 divines, because, you know, we're going to get Freyr and we're going to get Pangu. So for 300 gems, getting 6 divines, you know, that's actually not bad. Considering some people in the past have spent like $100 on getting 1 chest dragon. Ugh, makes me feel sick. But if the events continued like this, like, I'm gonna throw it out there, I hate the dungeon. I am bored of the dungeon. Logging in to do the resets makes me hate the game. However, it's one of those instances where it's like, you've got to do the harsh, boring, annoying grind to get specific rewards. So if you don't want the rewards, you don't do it. However, if you do want to get the rewards free to play, or with a very, very minimal amount of gems that you could get just via in-game means, then you put in some of the effort to do the grind, even if it's not something you thoroughly enjoy. And then you'll get all of these dragons and rewards. Maybe you can make a insane dungeon team then, which makes grinding easier in future. You know, overall everything's pointless anyway. What's the meaning of life? What's the meaning of this? You know? So if you just don't care enough to do the grind, don't do it. But at the same time, the people that do put in the time and the effort, even if they don't have a lot of time to come in and at least do the dungeon grinding, they get rewarded. I know some people that genuinely, they don't really do anything else in game. They just log in for like 10 minutes to do a dungeon reset and maybe do, like, this week would have been boss challenge. And that's it. That's all that they really touched, which of course isn't going to help them out in other parts of the game. But at the same time, they can get all these cool dragons and all this cool stuff. Although saying that, the only reason it cost me that many gems is because I do already have a decent dungeon team. So for those that don't have a fantastic dungeon team, it might cost, you know, double that, maybe a little bit more. But, you know, as you get the divines during the event, you can implement them into your team, improving your team, and giving you a good dungeon team. So it was an interesting set of weeks that we've had. Now we've also got the castle event to do, and then the event will be done, really. But I think I'll probably have a final, say, summation of all of my general thoughts about Divine Fest. I think overall it ended up being slightly better than I thought in terms of rewards, not in terms of boredom, but you know, I'm going to praise them in the ways that the game actually should be praised in, and I'll criticize for the parts that the game should be criticized for. Like, everything's still incredibly unbalanced. It's still reliant on wonder acceptance and all of that. But, you know, I'm not gonna be a negative Nancy for the sake of being a negative Nancy, because, you know, I don't think I can really complain getting so many dragons for so little resource investment. And we get Greyhorn too, but that was the paid section, so, you know, I'm hoping at the very least to get Bone. If you did pay for the shrine and you can't get Bone, well, sucks to suck, I guess. I would hate it if I paid for it and didn't get Bone. That would really, really annoy me. So, another 700 talismans and we'll be done. But, good luck with all of your grinding. I hope you get many times 50s, and make sure you are prepared for the castle event, which will be coming out later. You'll need to do part 2 to get Pangu, so good luck. I hope your schedule allows for many, many logins, and I hope you also get all the dragons you want out of this event.